Good morning. Are you ready to start working with triangles for your June Mini Madness quilt? I'm going to do like I did last week. We're going to start with bigger units, work our way down to smaller units. For the 3-inch square, you're going to cut 2 3/8-inch squares and cut them in half diagonally. You'll need 2 squares of your colored fabric, 2 squares of your background fabric. For the 6-inch block, you'll need 3 7/8-inch squares, 2 of each one again. You are welcome to round your squares up. If you make these 2.5 inches, sew your triangles and then trim your triangles to 2 inches before you sew them together. That is fine too. That's a good way to get accuracy in your sewing. So let's get busy and sew. So the first thing I like to do is just to get them all paired up at once so you don't have to fiddle with them in between. It doesn't matter which side is up and which side is down. I do like to be consistent in sewing them all the same way. I don't know if that makes a difference or not in the finished project, but that's the way I like to do it. So we'll sew these up. See, that one slipped a little bit. We'll see how it looks in the finished block. Finger press them out. And you'll want to trim off these little dog ears before you sew your block together. That's the boring part. That's why I like using the PamelaQuilt Go, because you don't have to do all this little trimming thing. All right, so you got the block, all the triangles done. Lay them out. Make sure they're all spinning right, and then you want to trim them. You want to sew them together. So you want to take this triangle, and like all the other things we've done, we kind of mush that in with your finger. You kind of feel it nest together. As always, you're welcome to pin. Some people prefer pinning. So I don't have anything against pinning. I just don't like to do it personally. That block's got a little thread there. Everything straight and even there. Open them up. And you can press your seams open at this point to reduce the bulk, or just to one side. Oop. Gotta watch your foot pedal there. Make sure all those are in there. I like to open this up and take a peek and make sure my points are all meeting at the same spot there, and they are. So I'm just going to sew this one right across. Make sure everything is there. So you can see where the seam just goes right across there where that corner is. So we'll open it up and see we've got a nice little point there. This one's a little bit back, but I don't think that's going to make any difference. I've noticed if you have one of those situations where you've got a little gap there, if you push your seam that way, it kind of seems to lift it toward where you want it to be. And that's close enough to make me quite happy. Nice pinwheel block. So this is block 8 and our first half square triangle block.